What are the keys to longevity? Wouldn't it be nice if there were some simple things that could make you live significantly longer? So I'm going to start off. I've got my class here that's going through the 7 Systems Plan. And I'm just going to ask you, raise your hand. How many of you want to live to be 100? Raise your hand. All right. Quite a few do. Now, what if I said, how many want to live to be 100 if you could be healthy the whole 100 years? All right, now everybody's hand goes up. And that's what it's all about. So it's not just longevity, it's about your health. And let's talk about health span versus lifespan. What is the difference? Your lifespan, obviously, is the total length of your life, how long you live. Your health span is the amount of your life that you're healthy. And ideally, we want those things to match up. Now, we have made tremendous progress in the last 100 years, increasing lifespan around the world. In fact, people have doubled their lifespan in the last 100 years. However, we haven't done anything for this health span. People are living longer, but they're living more years in the red zone with age-related diseases, low energy medications, and just not enjoying life, and that's no fun. So I want to talk about strategies to help improve your wellness so that you can have a life and health span like this. Wouldn't this be great? You're healthy your whole life. You've got a very short period of time when you're in that red zone, and then your life is over. I'll start off with a case study here. This is my dad. Now, my dad, for the first 45 years of his life, did not have a good lifestyle. He was a truck driver, ate on the road. He smoked for 10 or 15 years of his life. But then, about middle age, he started making some good choices and eating better and taking supplements and exercising. And he lived to be almost 92 years old. And this is what his health span looked like. He drove his car, did his own shopping, did his own laundry up until 10 days before he died. So that's what we want, and even increasing the longevity beyond that. So the science of increasing lifespan and optimizing health is evolving rapidly. And what we see is that life expectancy more than doubled, but the health span is getting longer, or the years that we're healthy is getting shorter and shorter because we're in that disease phase. It just has not improved at the same rate. So is it possible to do this? Are there protocols that make that happen? I want to review some of the literature for you. Here's one paper that says anti-aging is an oxymoron. Furthermore, to be anti-aging is comparable to being anti-gravity. So obviously they think not. And here's a paper on the microbiome, your gut bacteria. They're saying that it mediates the effects of aging, which is true, but the conclusion they came up with is aging is an irreversible process. Now, of all the things you can mediate, your gut microbiome is right up there at the top of the list. You can make changes in one day in your gut microbiome. So I've got countless patients that will attest, like Mike, you can reverse the aging process, get rid of diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even Sheila. Now, Sheila's probably as close to death as any of my patients have ever been. 6 weeks in a coma, almost died, but was able to reverse all the diseases and definitely going to live longer because of the choices she made. Here's an article, The Impact of Healthy Lifestyle Factors in Life Expectancies. The projected life expectancy at age 50 was on average 14 years longer when people implemented a few simple lifestyle strategies. It doesn't have to be complicated. If you start at 50, you can live 10 years longer at least. And you can see the more of the lifestyle changes that they implemented, the longer they lived and the less time they were down in that no fun zone. The more of these changes you implement, the longer you're going to live. What if you start before age 50? Well, that's even better yet. Here's a Canadian study that showed 17.9 years longer with people who implement some lifestyle changes, slowing the aging process itself, comparable to what can be accomplished in laboratory animals, may yield 15 to 20 years of extra life. Another article, Turning Back the Clock, Adopting a Healthy Lifestyle in Middle Age. In this study, they found that just a few lifestyle changes, which included 5 daily servings of fruits and vegetables, exercise, maintaining healthy weight, and not smoking, resulted in a substantial reduction in mortality and cardiovascular disease over the subsequent 4 years. So just in 4 years, they significantly improved their lifespan and health span, a 40% reduction in cardiovascular mortality risk. The findings emphasize that making the necessary changes to adhere to a healthy lifestyle is extremely worthwhile, and that middle age is not too late. So with the 7 Systems Plan, you can live longer, but enjoy life more as well. So here's a little video. Now, this is not my patient, but it shows 2 different pathways that you can go down. It's the same person, and we're going to look at what happened to him.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide.
It's time to decide and plug in some healthy lifestyle changes. And I want to just wrap this up by saying it is possible to increase longevity significantly. It doesn't have to be complicated. Some of these plans make it so complicated it's just impossible to follow. I'm going to give you some simple things. A few things can make a huge difference, and it is extremely worthwhile. Now, in this series that we are about to begin, we're going to look at the causes of death and how to eliminate them. We'll look at the secrets of the centenarians. We're also going to look at longevity drugs. Do you know there's 2 longevity drugs that are being used by many healthcare experts right now? I'll give you my thoughts on that. But we'll also talk about longevity supplements. We'll look at what the experts in this field are doing, and we'll look at what will give you the most benefit with the least effort. That's what we want, isn't it? We don't want something that's extremely difficult and takes a lot of time. We want some easy things, and there are. And I will show you one ingredient in food that is linked to significant longevity. And it's something that your body produces when you're young but stops producing, and something that I think you should be making sure you're getting in every day. And we'll look at the single most important thing you can do if you can only do one thing. I'll show you what it is. We want to change your lifespan and health span, and I know we can do this. Wayne started the program, and he was right here in this no-fun zone, on many medications, not enjoying life, overweight. But with the strategies he learned, he was able to lose 60 pounds, get off all of his medications. And here's what he said when he completed the 7 Systems Plan course. He said, "I feel 30 years younger." And he was, and his body was significantly younger because of the choices that he made and the habits that he adopted. Stay tuned.